I read it and I was like, ooh, that sounds like something I'd be really good at. Of course, I think that about every job I apply for, and here we are. But good morning, besties. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Ryan. It's very nice to meet you, and I hope you stick around. We are in a setting that you might remember. If you don't, here it is. This is my mom's classroom. She teaches math intervention to K-1-2 students, and she is gonna be out of town for a couple days. So I will be subbing for her today, which is Thursday, and then again on Tuesday. I am very excited to be here. I spend a lot of time subbing at the school for my mom specifically, but for other teachers as well, so I know the kids really well. I am really sad to say that one of the sweetest little boys, we found out that he moved schools, and I can't lie, I'm devastated. The fact that I'm not going to see him today, not because like, oh, busy, I might not run into him, but because he's just not here and never will be again. Breaks my heart. But it's like it's the fourth day of school this week for them. Well, kindergarten actually starts today. So today is the kindergartner's first day, which is probably pretty hectic. I got through the office pretty quickly and signed in and got my keys and everything, so that's good. But I'm sure it'll be a fairly hectic day for those involved with that. I didn't get one of the... That's unfortunate, but that's okay. Because it's only the fourth day of school, they don't have intervention groups going yet because they have to still do testing. So I will be doing testing today. I've done the beginning of the year tests and the end of the year tests a couple times now, so I feel pretty good. And my mom went over it with me. So nothing too hard there, but I will be doing testing today. They do have a wonky schedule though, so I don't know how much time I'll actually be spending doing testing. I actually haven't had a chance to look over her plans yet. She sent them to me last night. Also, went to bed after midnight, fell asleep after midnight. I was in bed at like 10:30. And then I woke up at 6 and then was gonna snooze my alarm to like 6:20, but I ended up getting out of bed at like 6:15. I'm not tired. I feel really good. I think my stuff's working, you guys. My trying to turn my sleep schedule around from my last video, just like everything, I think is working, so happy about that. Let's just go over the plans really quickly. So I'm going to start testing one of the second grade classes at 8:40. They have a sub, so I'm gonna go to grab the first student, and then she wants me to write the next student's name on a sticky note and give it to the kid to send them back, be like, can you send so-and-so? And then I'm gonna stop at 9:15 because the kids are gonna go to specialist. And my mom works in here, and Apara works in here as well, and so she is going to be doing some of the other stuff with the weird schedule today, so it will just be me this morning, and then she will get back and start testing with me at 12:35, and then if we get the one class done, we can start on the next, and then we can test again until 2:45. What about recess? Pretty sure they have recess, shouldn't say. I'll have to double check, but and then the rest is just everything that I already know. So I think I have a couple questions. I was planning on calling my mom anyway. We always talk on the phone usually. But this is right here is the kind of like the extended version of the test, like words, like what to say. Thankfully, a lot of it is self-explanatory, especially once you've gone through it like one time. It's like, for example, the first one is start counting from 27 and I will tell you when to stop. I know what number they need to stop at, and then so on. In the test in the spring, there's more opportunities for them, like if they don't get it right, to try at another number. But for the screener at the beginning, it's more like just try it, and if you get it, you get it, and if you don't, you don't. It's more like the baseline, whereas the other one's like, okay, are you at the goal yet? No, how close are you? Whereas at the beginning, it's just more like, are you there or not? And then we'll go from there. There are just 10 questions, I believe. Yeah, 10 questions, but each one is 3 points. So it adds up to 30 points. And, oh, it looks like my mom already has the names written, maybe? I don't know. All that to say, I feel like I haven't really specified exactly, but this is my first sub job of the year. It's in August. It will be my only sub job in August because there's no school tomorrow. And then Sunday, I think, is September 1st. No, Monday, September 1st. But there's no school. So I'm going to try to be a lot better with posting sub content this year because subbing is not my favorite. So it's hard for me to want to like document it. If I'm going to sub, I might as well make videos about it. And I love making, sorry, I feel like I need to run a brush through my hair, even though I literally brushed it right after I straightened it before I came here. Oh, what was I saying? I love making videos. So maybe if I focus more on making videos while I'm subbing, then I'll have more fun. Obviously, certain places, certain classes, certain jobs, you can do more filming than others. Like this, obviously, I can do more because it's a very flexible job. But if you're like in an elementary school, just like regular teacher, then you're going to be like booked and busy all day. It's very interesting because they have a new principal, no vice principal now, but it's just, if you know, you know. So it's just kind of interesting. I don't even know what the principal looks like, so I don't know if I have seen her yet today. That is the update. I'm going to call my mom and just hammer out a couple questions I have about the plans. But first, I thought we would do a little taste test, even though we already know how it tastes, but let's have it. Usually I use something else to open it. Me using the cheers. Oh, that hits. That hits. Okay, I'm gonna call my mom and then I'll be starting on testing in about 25 minutes. So I'm excited because the class that I'm starting with, there are a lot of kids that I know, so I'm very excited. That being said, there's only 2 second grade classes because there were 3 first grade teachers and all of those kids went into 2 second grade classes. If you know anything about, let me also make this clear, not because we didn't have enough second grade teachers. No, we got rid of some. Yep. Because small class sizes are just so terrible. We must have 30 kids in each classroom at second grade at 7 years old. That's good for everyone involved. Anyway, I'll check in with you guys in a bit. Besties, it's gonna be a chill day. It's gonna be such a chill day. I did my testing and now I don't have anything to do until after lunch. But that's okay though, because I'm going to be doing some productive things. There was this thing posted on a local Facebook group to me that was basically like this local like after school program learning center, 21st century learning center thing is hiring for a position, and I read it and I was like, ooh, that sounds like something I'd be really good at. Of course, I think that about every job I apply for, and here we are. But it would be basically, from what they're saying, they're like saying that they're open to having like teachers apply, so I could still sub and then do this even if I was subbing at like a school that didn't get out and I couldn't leave till like 3:15. I could start a little bit later because of that. So I'm like, oh, major slay, right? So yeah, so I'm really excited about that. I'm gonna make a little resume. I mean, I have resumes, but like this seems a little bit more informal probs than the resumes that I currently have. So I'm gonna do that and then make a cover letter. And I feel like I can actually kind of like show my personality a little bit more and like how much I care about education, where it's like when you're applying to school districts, it's like there are hundreds of applicants and you know that they're probably not even looking at it. So it's hard to even want to be like personable or like care that much because no one's looking at it. And the cover letters just feel robotic because like it just doesn't matter, you know? So I'm like, okay, I could actually make this kind of nice. So I'm going to do that because I have time, and I'm hoping to apply before I have to keep testing. And then if I finish that and have time, I will probably read. I brought my Kindle with me. And then eventually it'll be lunchtime and all that good stuff. So anyways, that's my update for now. I'm already hungry. I haven't had breakfast or anything. So I'm going to eat my granola bar that I brought. I will do like a lunch. What's in my lunch later, don't you worry. These are the bomb. Nature Valley sweet and salty nut, dark chocolate peanut, and almond. So I'm gonna eat this and start working on my resume. I have been working hard, actually. This whole time I have been doing what I told you I was gonna be doing. I made a resume specifically for this position. I made a cover letter specifically for the position, and then they asked about if there were any dates that you know of ahead of time that you would not be able to do, like the stated shift, to let them know. So I did that as well, and then I did that like on a separate document. And in that, I love how this is a subbing vlog, but it's literally turning into me just telling you other things that I'm doing because there's not a lot for me to do today. Basically, in that, I also decided to say that, like, due to the nature of being a substitute teacher, because it said that, like, if you, like, the shift was from this time to this time, but current teachers could start a little bit later. And so I was like, due to the nature of my position, like, subbing every day isn't guaranteed. So I'm like, depending on the day, it would kind of depend. But I was just like, I'm very flexible and open to making it work, but like just wanted to put that out there ahead of time. That's like off the top of my head, like we would need to talk, like if they are interested in me, it's like that would need to be something probably we talk about. I can't just be like, oh yeah, I'm good at this time every day. Or if I was a teacher, I could say, oh yeah, I get off work at this time every day. But it's like I could sub at the high school and then have an hour until I need to be there, or I could sub at an elementary school in Wapto and have to rush there to get there by 3:45. Like, it just depends. So I just wanted to kind of state that now. I would hope that the fact that they mentioned that they seem flexible would mean that they don't just, like, count me out, because I would be a little bit more work to schedule with. But at the same time, like, if that would be a deal breaker, then I guess I don't want to waste their time. So, yeah. It just is hard continuing to apply for things that I'm, like, qualified for and just none of it work out. Like, why are my degrees not helping me? I thought that was the whole point of getting them. But this, unlike the jobs that I haven't heard anything about from the other thing I told you guys about, this is, like, actually, like, while I was qualified in terms of having a bachelor's degree and a master's degree, which they wanted, like, I didn't have, you know, a ton of, like, actual office, experience. I would argue that, the positions I would be more than competent to do, but I guess that if someone came in with, like, years of office experience, like, that would make sense that they would want them more. When it comes to this job, I'm just praying that, because they say that, like, certified teachers are preferred. That's me. I'm a certificated teacher. So honestly, I was sitting here for a second and I was like, isn't that crazy that I'm literally a certificated teacher? It's like, I went to school, I earned my teaching degree, I have a master's degree. Like, that's impressive. I am great. Like, I am cool. I am qualified. It's just nothing's working out yet. But it's like, I've had a master's degree since I was 22. And I'm 24 now. Like, I haven't got to use it, and now it's not as cool to be like, oh, I have a master's degree. I'm like, yeah, I had it 2 years ago. Not that it matters, but, like, it's cool to say that you got your master's degree at 22. Like, I literally earned my master's degree in 6 months. And I actually feel like I learned a lot. Like, I recommend WGU. I really do. That was a good program. I do feel like I learned a lot there in 6 months. So it's just like, it's, I don't know, I wish I could just, like, it's cool to say that I have one, but I wish I could be like, yeah, and I'm using it. Anyways, my point being that I'm praying, even though teachers aren't paid enough. So a lot of teachers do have to get like second jobs, especially if they have like families and things like that to support. I'm hoping that no teacher wants to get done at the end of the day and then go do this, so that I don't lose the job to someone who is also certificated but has like years of teaching experience. It sounds like something that I'd be really good at, and I did used to work at a preschool / daycare. I was a preschool teacher and a lead daycare, or school age is what they called it, teacher. So it's like I have a lot of experience with this stuff, and I know how to do curriculum, and like I am literally have a master's degree in that. So it's like, please. So anyways, I'm about to email that information over. They also put in the post that they had a couple other positions that would be hiring soon that they would post about. So I think in the email I'm also going to say I saw that it said these positions were going to be posted soon as well, and like, you know, I'm definitely interested in those too, if, you know, that would be a better fit or whatever, just to make sure they know that I'm very interested. Please hire me. Please. Because like, it would just be, even if it's not an all day thing, like just any consistency to my day would be nice. So yeah, we'll see, but I'm gonna email those off, and then lunch starts in like 20 minutes, so I'm gonna eat, and then still have an hour and a half. So I guess it's more like 30 minutes. No, it's 20, but then yeah, anyway, so yeah, that's my update for now. Sorry there's not a lot of subbing content going on, because it's literally just me doing this, but let's do a quick sub fit check. Fit check. Starting off with the shirt. It was my mom's. I kind of stole it from her because I just love it. I don't know what it is about the shirt, but I love it. But she got it from my grandma. So, my necklace is from Kendra Scott. This ring and this ring are from Jewelry by Janice. Aura ring. This is from Kohl's. This is a ponytail bracelet. I can't remember the name of the brand, but Anna got them for me. This is from Simply Crafted Marketplace. Earrings. These are from, I think, TJ Maxx, and these are from Claire's. That's for jewelry. This is my shirt. Like I said, I don't know where it's from, but it's been passed down. And then jeans, Old Navy, of course. And then I've been wearing a lot of sandals, but I finally brought out the closed-toed shoes. I mean, barely. They have holes, but I've got my Crocs on. Luckily, all the districts I sub in are very lax when it comes to dress code. I'm going to send off this email now. Hopefully, they'll see it today at when the after school program starts. But anyway, that's my update for now. Check in with you guys later. I was about to just eat my whole lunch without showing you. Also, Rhett and Link, Joey and Frankie crossover. Watching that on my computer right now while I eat. I have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that I made with my jelly from Tillamook Cheese Factory. So good. Caesar salad. I have some little pork bites in here. And then I have fruit snacks. So, and then at this point I should start drinking my water probs. But I'm going to eat, watch this, probably finish it. And then after that, it still won't be time for the kids. But I will probably show you more of the tests that I'm doing, because I think that would be kind of fun. Because if not, it's just going to be a video of me sitting and talking the whole time. Big sub day for me. My bestie, Jenny, just came to say hey to me. I love her. She's young. She's younger than me. She's young. She's a para. And we're like besties. I love her. And I didn't know if I'd get to see her today. Because again, like, first day of school for the kindergartners. Like, I'm not trying to stress anyone out. But like, so that was so exciting. Okay, back to eating. Okay, I thought for fun, I have about 13 minutes until I'm going to start testing again when the para that works with my mom comes back from her break. I'm gonna go get more kids. I thought it would be fun just to show you the test. For funsies, obviously I will cross out the student's name, but just show you what exactly it is that the second graders are being tested on. So this is just kind of like the script. So the first thing is to start counting from 27, and I'll tell you when to stop. They're supposed to stop at 43. Then it's start counting from 96, and I'll tell you when to stop. And basically it's 3 points if they can do it flat out their first time, 2 points if they have to like self-correct or try again, and then 1 point if they can't do it at all. Yeah, start counting from number 96, tell you when to stop, counting backwards from 23 to 10. This one, I love this one because it usually goes pretty quickly. They just have to say the numbers, and so it's exciting because they usually know that they're getting it right, so there's like a lot of confidence there. Then we show them a video, and it shows 9 dots being covered and then 6 dots being covered, and they have to be able to like add them and know how many are under there. And then same with subtracting. Start with 14, cover it, and then uncover 3 to show that we're taking 3 away. See if they can solve it. Then they need to come up with 2 sets of 2 numbers that make 10. So 1 plus 9, 2 plus 8, 3 plus 7, 4 plus 6, 5 plus 5, vice versa. The only thing is that they can't say 10 plus 0. If they say that, it's not wrong. I just have to prompt them to say a different one. Then place value to another video with dots, 10 and 6 more, and then if they get 16, then that'll correspond to the next one. They'll know, but if not, we'll tell them 16 plus 10 more. It's another video. So that's what the test is. Depending on how confident the student is and how much they know, depends on how quickly it goes, obviously. The first test I did, the student kind of went right through it, and then the second, and then another one I didn't get to finish because there was definitely some confusion with specifically like getting past the decade numbers when counting forward or counting backward. And so they could go 27, 28, 29, but they weren't sure what came after 29. But when prompted, because you're like, okay, you're not gonna assign them to the points for that because if they're not doing it. But with certain students, like in the moment, you can just like kind of feel out the vibe. Like, should you be like, okay, that's enough, like we'll move on to the next one, or if you should like kind of help them understand it. Obviously it's not going to change their score, but it can just like, some kids you can tell would care more. Some kids are like, clearly I'm not getting it, so like what's the answer? Whereas other kids like don't know if they're right or wrong and they don't really care, so we just like move on. But with this student I was like, I know them, and so I was like, okay, so like prompting them, I was like 30, so then they said 30, and then they were able to keep counting on from 30, but then they needed to get to 43, and when they got to 40, same issue was with the decade numbers, and then that happened too with counting on from 96, 97, 98, 99, and then they went right to 101, and I was like, okay, we skipped it. And then counting backwards, they were at 23, 22, 21. It's those decade numbers can be really tricky because they're like different. It's not the same, right? And so those can be really tricky for students. So anyways, that's the update. Like I said, I did have a student that's finishing a test, so I might go grab them now and try to finish the test before the pair comes in, and then we can just get 2 new students. But I don't know. We'll see. I might just call and ask, actually. That would be easier. So anyways, that's my update. I don't know if I'll have another chance to update you guys before the end of the day. It is 12:26. School's over at 3. So we have 2.5 hours. Mostly just testing. There's a recess break at 1:30ish or something like that. So that will be, yeah, 1:28. So we won't be testing A students at that time. All is well. Did a good amount of testing. Didn't get through as many as we would like, but there's a lot of kids. So in this test, it was fast for the ones that it was fast for and slow for the ones that it was slow for, but it is 3:14. I'm gonna go, so I'll get in the car and update you later. I'm hurrying to get to a dog that I'm watching starting today so I can let her out, so I'll update you guys in a bit, but all is well here. Let's hit the road. Hey besties, I just realized I never ended out my subbing vlog. My subbing vlog that basically turned into a yap sesh. I'm gonna edit it and upload it because it's what I have, but like, It wasn't a great first sub job of the year. I mean, it was. Wasn't a great first sub job vlog of the year. So I promise it will get better, and there will be more stuff to show you, but I'm about to transfer the clips from my camera to my computer, and I was like, wait, I haven't even ended the vlog. So that was on Thursday, and it's now Sunday, almost Monday, midnight. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, yap sesh, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I would love for you to stick around, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.